The Jedi Temple is where many Jedi found peace. The temple was their home, and a place of light and safety, not only for the Jedi Knights, but for all those who reside in the galaxy. But as Luke Skywalker stated in the recent Aftermath novel, the bigger the light, the darker the shadow, and the Jedi Temple contains one of the darkest secrets the universe has to offer, buried deep within the temple itself. Thousands of years before Darth Sidious would again raise the Sith Order from the ashes, the Sith had successfully taken control of the majority of the galaxy, including its capital of Coruscant. While in possession of the planet, the Sith constructed a shrine dedicated to their triumph over their enemies, the Jedi. However, the rule of the Sith would be short-lived, as the Jedi Order would return and drive the Sith away from the planet. Discovering what the Sith had done to the planet and the shrine dedicated to the malevolent order, the Jedi chose to construct a temple above it to represent that the Order of the Sith was past, and that the Jedi would always return to fight the darkness. As the centuries passed, it appeared as if the Jedi had all but forgotten about the evil that lay just beneath them, but one individual did not. Darth Sidious, who was publicly known as Palpatine, a prominent senator later turned Supreme Chancellor, frequently visited the shrine. In secret, Palpatine would meditate, pulling power from the darkness within, as he would scoff, knowing the Jedi were so naive to think their temple was a place of pure light. Rather than just being a place of meditation, the shrine did much for Darth Sidious, who without it would not have been able to conceal his dark allegiance to the Jedi and the public. The Sith shrine would almost become Palpatine's home, as he learned much of the Sith of past and plotted for the future. The shrine itself also cast a dark aura around the Jedi Temple that clouded their vision and allowed Palpatine to move unseen through the shadow. Quote, "The Jedi tried to cap the power of this shrine, but there's leakage. It's not just Sidious, it's the power of history. It's the residue of what's left of the dark side there." After the rise of the Empire and Palpatine as its ruler, he chose to fully excavate the shrine and still frequented the location. In fact, he spent far more time meditating there than actually running his empire. What ultimately became of the shrine and the Jedi Temple was a sad fate. Palpatine opted to reside within the Jedi's former home, making it where he spent most of his days. Palpatine also largely changed the architecture and destroyed many locations and artifacts sacred to the Jedi. Following Palpatine's death above Endor, the fate of the Jedi Temple and Sith Shrine are unknown. One thing is certain though, without it, Palpatine would have never become the Sith Emperor. For its original intention, it was intended for Ahsoka to discover there was a Sith shrine in the Clone Wars animated show, but this concept was ultimately scrapped, and pieces were integrated into the canon novel, Tarkin. So what is your stance on the Sith shrine beneath the Jedi Temple? Do you like this concept, or would you prefer it wasn't there at all? Also, would you have liked to see it in the Clone Wars TV show, or do you think it fit well in the Tarkin novel? And as the final question, what do you think became of the Sith shrine, and do you think anyone is there studying the ancient Sith Empire? If you enjoyed the video and feel it deserves it, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like, as it helps the channel and the video out a great deal. If you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to ensure you stay up to date with everything Star Wars related. If you have any topics or questions, you can always leave a comment, as I do read them all, or you could follow me on Twitter @stupendouswave. Thanks as always so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.